months back, when we were riding in the bus, because we were dropped somewhere, I think near Rwai, towards the end of the runway. As we rode back on the bus to terminal, the domestic terminal, somebody commented that now this airport is full of tents. Fortunately, that person was one of the loudest people in opposing the modernization of our airport. And he had the audacity to say in that bus, oh, at that time we were just doing it for politics. We truly and honestly need an airport in this country. But that, Honorable Speaker, is just one of us, or a number of us. Many other Kenyans, Honorable Speaker, out there, who travel out of this country and see what is happening around our region, appreciate the need to have a new airport. They appreciate the need to have a new international convention center like that one that is going on in Bomas, or even new international standard, FIFA standard stadia like Talanta. And they also appreciate the need not to overtax Kenyans to be able to roll out these development programs. And also appreciate the need to ensure there is regional balance in the rollout of development programs around the country. And that is why you will see today, we will have a new superhighway connecting the western part of Kenya that has been marginalized for many years, Honorable Speaker. Because it is true, when I'm going to see my in-laws in Nyeri over Christmas, it takes me less than an hour. Because there's a dual carriage from Kikuyu. I hit the southern bypass, join the expressway, join Thika superhighway, and Marwa, Keno, Marwa, Sagana Road, all the way to Karatina. But for Honorable Karoli Omondi to go to his village in Suba,
sometimes it takes us 2 days to get to Nakuru or Eldoret.
Or even the chair of the finance committee who bakes the cake, to get to Sachangwani in Molo, between the 12th of December and the 24th of December, you will be lucky if you make it in a day. That is the injustice and the disparities that we must address. At least the member from Boni with the expressway can get to Machakos junction in less than 40 minutes. But for Karoli Omondi or Millie Odhiambo to get to Suba, it will take them 3 days. We must speak to those other Kenyans in that other part of Kenya. And we must be sensitive that development in this country has not been fair. And for us to be able to equalize Kenyans and to roll out development programs to ensure you have a stadia in Kisumu, you have a stadia in Marsabit, you have affordable housing in Lodwar, just as you have in Makwiny. For us to be able to do that, we must think beyond the balance sheet. We must think beyond taxes. We must think innovatively. And that is what this bill is speaking to. That is just what this bill is speaking to in summary. That we will transition our state-owned enterprises into limited liability companies, enhance accountability, enhance the corporate governance of these organizations, for them to become more profitable for those that we keep, and for those that we eventually sell or privatize, we will be able to raise more capital or more money to roll out development programs. Because also there are those state corporations, Honorable Speaker, that were actually established to roll out development projects. And those, almost 260 or 240 of them, will not be affected by this bill. And I'll give you an example of the National Irrigation Authority, NIA. NIA is established to roll out development projects and is not a commercial entity, and therefore will not be affected by this bill, because this bill is specific to those entities that are engaged in commercial activities, so that we enhance their commercial viability, accountability, the governance structure, and ensure that we are deriving more value and greater value to the people of Kenya. Honorable Speaker, as I said, let me not belabor because the bill is a very big bill with very many clauses, Honorable Speaker, and I'm sure members have gone through all these 40 clauses. There are a number of amendments that we'll be proposing in line with what the committee has done through public participation, views that they got from members of the public, and also other stakeholders. And when we come to the committee of the whole house, we'll be proposing a few amendments, and therefore I will not want to speak to them since we have more time to speak to the amendments when we go to committee of the whole house. And I therefore beg to move and request the indomitable chair of the Finance and National Planning Committee, the member for Molo, the very progressive member for Molo, very promising legislator, very articulate and very focused, a man who has withstood a lot of negativity in this country, but stood to do what is right at the right time for the love of his country and the love of the people of Molo, who are Kenyans, and the love of many other Kenyans. May I request the member of Molo, the Honorable Kuria Kimani, my namesake and my son, to second.
Thank you very much, my leader. And I told you to be very careful when you refer to me as your son. I might start asking for my right share of your estate. And he informed you are rich enough, so I am safe. And thank you very much for your really kind remarks, Honorable Leader of Majority, and for your guidance. You know, when we joined this parliament, we used to admire the likes of you who got elected, re-elected unopposed, and went to do a very good job in the budget committee. Every time we are here in the House, despite you having many other roles, you always sit through these sittings and never chair to really guide us. So I really want to thank you for your leadership and mentorship. Honorable Speaker, even before I dwell into seconding this government-owned enterprise bill, the leader of Majority Party spoke to something very sensitive about skewiness of development. Honorable Leader of Majority Party, even though you are called Kimani like myself, and you come from Kikuyu, us from the Rift Valley have made a resolution to cease to be one of you. We have decided we are going to create our own mountain, because when you talk about matters of your mountain, you forget us completely. You speak about matters of coffee, the people of Molo, the people of Majimazuri in Baringo, the people of Eldoret, Uasin Gishu, the people of Kitale, do not know about coffee. You speak about Mau Mau roads. Since we know